Yo, YouTube, we have here today another deck profile for you guys here at YCS Toronto. What's your name?
Michael Chung.
And you topped with what deck?
Evilswarms.
What was your ending record?
At Swiss.
Okay. We have here other YouTubers who are going to be with
Yeah, they all know who we are.
Yes, we are. Yes, we know.
Next question.
Okay. Sure. Can we see the deck itself?
Sure. There's a main board. There's staple Evilswarms, 3 Heliotrope, 3 Caster, 3 Kirkion, Thunderbird, Magic Aura, 1 Rabbit, Dark Arm, 2 Veiler, and my tech, whatever this guy's name is.
Spicy.
And I was like, Prize Dog, I don't know.
Okay.
Alright. As for spell, like, suicide or something.
Yep.
Alright, my spells, pretty basic. 3 Space, 2 Pandemic, a Book of Moon, Reinforcement, and Dark Hole.
Okay.
And for my traps, 1 Bottomless, 1 regular trap hole, Infestation Infection, Xyz Reborn, Warning, Torrential, 2 Mirror Force, 2 Safe Zone, and 2 Fiendish Chain.
Okay, just 2 simple questions. Why only 2 pandemics and why trap hole?
Well, for the Pandemics, I feel like every time I play test with this deck, I end up drawing more than I need to in a game. So I feel like 2 is just the right number, and I can always search it out.
Okay.
And for the trap hole, against those like really grindy matchups against like Fire Fist and Black Wings, this card's pretty clutch. Like, you know, Evilswarms in the last format had Warning, 2 Torrential, 2 Bottomless, and everything reacted on Summon. And this is like one of the last few cards that react on Summon.
Okay. So we'll move on to the side deck.
Not if I have anything to do with it. Okay. I would like to know why you didn't main deck Maxi.
Well, that's actually a little tricky because this is like one of the most diverse YCSs probably in a long time. So I'm not exactly sure what to expect. If I'm mainboarding a card that's not going to help me within game 1, why even mainboard it at all?
I understand.
Have, Veiler.
Well, Veiler was going to be in the main deck regardless, but I just see that you're just going to lose to spam decks if you don't have a first turn Orpheon, no?
Well, that is very true, but I could always just go like set 5.
Oh well, yeah. Setting 5 is a very skilled move. Let's see the side deck now.
All right.
I think the hand on the mat wants to get the cards.
Very true. Alright, my sideboard, here's my 1-ofs. Dimensional Fissure, Gores, and that should be it. And for my 2-ofs, 2 Deck Lockdown, 2 Goes in Match, 2 Mind Crush, 2 Smashings, 2 Light Imprisoning, and 3 Mexies.
3 Mexies on the side. Why Gores? Specifically in Evilswarms itself.
Well, game 2, I usually set out all my continuous traps except for Infection. So my back rows are generally chainable. So eventually they'll all leave. If my opponent gets like, you know, pretty ballsy and like just try to OTK me, then I can try to hopefully draw into it after I'm maxing.
Okay. How often did you get deck lockdown on?
I believe I sided it like maybe 3 times in the tournament. The first was against Fire Kings. It didn't really prove that well because he ended up spacing it. And my very last match, when I went X2 against Mermail, this actually won me the game because he went Sphere. I spaced his last back, just deck locked down the Lind so he couldn't summon anything.
Okay.
And actually, in my top 32 match, I also did it against Fraser Smith, but it didn't really work out too well.
Oh man, I guess my final question is, where is Vanity Emptiness? Or did you not like the card at all?
Well, like I've been playtesting around for like 2 weeks, and I just felt like everyone just had an answer to it all the time. So I was like, if it's gonna be like that, I'd rather just be like one exchange, you know?
Okay.
What about EEV?
AV?
EEV, Eradicator?
Eradicator Epidemic Virus.
Well, My point on that one, which I actually ended up regretting, was that most of the time I don't want to sacrifice my monster just to hopefully hit a couple of cards out of their hand. The only real matchup that would prove useful against was Prophecy, which I was pretty ill prepared for.
Alright, let's get into extra deck.
Extra deck is 3 Ophia, 1 Master Key Beetle, 1 Papaloud, whatever his name, Butterfly.
Amen.
Ouroboros, Abyss Dweller, Diamond Dire Wolf, Emerald, Black Ship of Corn, Bahamut, Maestro Cowboy, 1 Ally Justice Cataster, and 1 Armidus.
Seems to be the trend.
So what, in your opinion, is the number one thing in your deck? What was the most helpful this YCS and why?
I suppose it would be the Evilswarm Trap card and Dark Arm Dragon.
So Infection and Dark Arm.
Yep.
Perfect. And what would you say would be the worst card, the card that you're going to be taking out guaranteed?
Guaranteed. Let's see. It was most definitely in my sideboard, and it's Mind Crush.
Perfect.
Out of all the times I've sided it, it has helped me discard a card from my hand.
Hooray! Thank you very much for the deck profile.
Thank you.
You already know if it's not pro, it got to go. Deuces.